Yo, what's up, folks? This is Sean. Welcome back to the blog, and I am, here at my home, checking out the, live stream for Ultra Street Fighter 4 coming from Super Arcade. They're having this localization test for the new version of Street Fighter 4 called Ultra Street Fighter 4. I just got back from this huge 10-hour session while at Super Arcade. I left for the session at like 9 o'clock last night, and I didn't get back until 7 o'clock this morning. It was amazing. And I just had fun, playing the game with a whole bunch of, old faces that I've met in previous events and stuff like that. And we just all got together trying to, break the game, trying to learn more about it. And there were also other fighting games there on exhibition, like Killer Instinct, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, BlazBlue, Chrono Phantasma, Ultimate Morph vs. Capcom 3. All of these games were available for people to just get together and really test their skills against each other. And these games have been around for quite a while, and I just just amazed that there are so many people who are still interested in playing these games because of the fact that each of these players have honed their craft in these games. They spent like hours, even weeks, learning all of their combos, their execution, all that good stuff. Now, speaking of execution and all that good stuff, and the amount of time it takes in order to get good at doing these moves effectively and efficiently as possible, this could be the factor that could be driving a lot of novice players from really getting into these fighting games. And I wanted to talk about this in this video. So let's talk about the execution barriers. Now, I have a story to tell you guys. Now, I just recently got into a group of people at work. They were interested in a game called BlazBlue. So here I am. I had the game in my possession. I bought it, but I never really got into it because of the fact that the people in my immediate circle of friends, they were not interested in the game. So I pretty much just left it alone. I was not interested in playing it online because of the fact that, with me, I'm not interested in, going into the online fray without at least talking with someone face-to-face about what we should be doing and how to play this game more effectively and all that good stuff. So I actually ran into this group in which I could do this. And, I ran into two people. They were duking it out with each other, and that just made the game look beautiful. I mean, there's nothing that makes a fighting game look more awesome than two people who have gone through the training and they're leaving everything that they had to offer on the arena. Alright? And the game just looks beautiful. And I was interested in playing myself because of what I've seen. So here I am, I'm practicing against this high-level player. They may not be tournament level, but they're a lot better than me. So yeah, I'm going through against this person that have gone through the experience. They have a lot of experience in the game. They've gone through the training. They practice things over and over and over again. They put in their work, all right, and I haven't. So here I am, just applying like Street Fighter like basics against this person. Of course, I get thrashed 10 out of 10. So, but I felt compelled to take my game home, and I actually put in a couple of extra hours trying to learn one character, everything about the character, such as the basics, how they move, their most effective move, what beats what, etc. And even though I spent 2 whole hours straight on this session, I still felt like at the end of the session, there's still a lot to know, there's still a lot to learn, and that is awesome. I mean, all of these characters, a single character can have so much depth that they can, after 2 hours, you still feel that there's more to learn, which is unbelievable. I mean, only a fighting game would have so many layers of depth like this. So I take what I've learned and I apply it to the next group session that we had, and it turns out that even though I still got thrashed, I actually run a couple of matches and won a couple of rounds, and was finding things to do differently, and all of my work that I applied at home, the training that I went through at home actually bore fruit, and there was nothing more satisfying than going through the training that a lot of novice players are not really interested in going through. And I'm actually interested in hearing from you. What about fighting games that would keep a novice player from actually moving forward in the games? Is it the combos? Is it the cancels? Is it the complex movements? Or is it the meta game of some of these games? And I'm actually going to bring in a couple of other games to mind, like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and even Super Smash Brothers. Now, I know that a lot of people in the fighting game community do not really consider Smash Brothers a fighting game, but I'm going to tell you this. The same intensity that I get out of playing a Smash game is the same amount of intensity that I would get from playing a game like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, BlazBlue, Injustice, whatever. Alright? So I'm going to group this, I'm going to group it in. Alright? No matter what game you play, there's always some sort of like meta game that allows people to do things that may or may not have been intended by the designers of the game, but players utilize in order to get an edge over people who only learn the basics, such as a technique called wave dashing in Ultimate Marvel and Super Smash Brothers. Is a technique that you can do in which if you maneuver your character a certain way, whether it be jumping and then like holding the shield button, or to move yourself back down to the ground and then doing that in rapid succession, you can move yourself across the screen a lot faster than a person who is just running. And the same thing goes with Ultimate Marvel. All you have to do is just dash down, dash down, dash down several times over and over again in order to get yourself from one part of the map to another a lot more quickly than a person who doesn't know this technique. And there are a lot more techniques like this across other, across like maybe all games that people have learned, studied, experimented with, and applied in their game, such that they can get an edge and then exploit the heck out of it against people who don't know these techniques. And I'm wondering, is it things like this that really keep you from getting into the game, such that you can play it a lot more often against other people? Do you hate these kind of things, or do you just not have the time to learn them? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, in case I haven't really given my opinion on the whole thing, because I just put on the camera and I just wanted to talk about this thing. I wanted to say this. My opinion on the whole execution barrier and metagame and all that good stuff. I believe that that's what makes fighting games what they are, personally, because there's the feeling of having to go through the training like a white belt has to go through the ranks to get to the black belt. It's nothing more gratifying than actually earning your victories in such a manner, even if it is just a fighting game. This is what makes fighting games last as long as they do. I mean, we had games that have lasted for over 20 years, and yet still people, there are still people out there that play these games on a competitive level. So I believe that even though that may keep a lot of new players from really getting into them, I believe that they should exist, and that's what makes them what they are, and that's what keeps people playing, because there's nothing more gratifying than to apply a new skill and then actually bring it into the field and actually win battles with it, and it can actually bear fruit in tournament scenes. People can win money off of this, so it's quite amazing actually. So like I said, with my opinion out there, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're intimidated by the equipment that these guys use, the amount of training that these guys do, the combos, cancels that they do. I mean, I know that there's lots of different equipment out there. They can do something. I mean, fighters can use something as simple as this, or they can bring more elaborate tools like this, or these, or maybe you're scared off by the complex movements that they do in the game. I mean, let me know. I'm really interested in finding out what keeps people who are just getting into fighting games from moving forward. And if you want, actually interested in putting together a couple of videos in order to really break down the basics of some of the games that I love and enjoy myself. So let me know what you think, and yeah, that's going to end it for today's video. This is Sean. Stay classy. I'll see you next time.